Okay, I am going to review over my final project spreadsheet with you. Sister Cochran, we've talked in the past about my um, professionalism here. For some reason, I still can't get these to format correctly. When I pull it up on my Mac, it's totally fine, but I'm on my wife's desktop here for work, and I don't get what it is. It's for some reason not a big fan of the differences, so I apologize for that. Getting into this, so this is a little project I've done for a company that I'm going to be working with here. Originally, when I was asked to do it, they were saying how there were issues. If there's anything that I could work on for them, just kind of, show my Excel skills for them, it would be around here with getting data organized and easily understood between departments, like going from their sales team to the production team to the install team. So what I've done here is created two little dashboards, excuse me again, for each of those teams. So I've got here kind of the financial data. I've just kind of plugged in some random numbers here. There are a few different types of materials that they use, and then I threw in a couple of different numbers for, say, oh, how much is it going to cost for one sheet of an E-panel, of an MDO board, or plexiglass, different things like that. And then through that, I've been able to decide, okay, if I select on an MDO board or plexiglass, let's say I do an E-panel, this chart is going to change accordingly. And then I can decide on how many sheets of each thing I want to use and how many hours it's going to take to complete that job. And down here will also be affected as well. I believe I had these. Yeah, so these are protected. So I've made it so I thought I made it. I'm going to have to double check on that one here. But I've got, excuse my son there in the background. I've got it so things are locked in, and these four should have been the only one. I'll have to recheck on that one here in a second. But conditional formatting that I used on this, if I decide that if I'm the salesperson, that's what this page is for, and say, oh, I want to charge or get a 50% margin, like we're giving him that much, or told he needs to have about that much, then we can do that. But man, the formatting on this is just awful right now. But if they don't, and if they start to go below, I believe it was 25%, then I've got this format over here. It says you need to get approval from your supervisor before you can actually give this estimate to the customer. So yeah, the financial dashboard and the financial data are connected. And then I've done a similar thing over here. So I've got the choice from project they're working on. So say that I've got here different projects, and whatever they're working on at the time, they'll say, okay, well, I've done this today, so I can even just come over here, and that'll just stay floating. And then say I've got a reoccurring sale from a company, so they've got their vinyl art. And it's from that customer. There's their address. The due date equals that plus, say, about 30 days. And then what's nice is I can actually come out here and just add in another field. So say, let's see when that was done. Oh, it looks like I've just drug these down here, kind of giving it just a specific kind of end date. Yeah, so and then I've been able to also figure out their average days of the production in there. So it takes about 2, almost 3 days to complete all the production. So anyway, a lot of different things go on here. It's kind of fun little job. I got the vinyl art there. And it looks like I haven't drug that down all the way. But through the VLOOKUP functions, I'm just going to unprotect these to show you. Through the VLOOKUP functions, I've been able to connect it all through this, through the project name. And that'll tell me who my client is, the estimated value, the end date, and the estimated, oh, it looks like I've got a couple of things doubled up here. This was the fun one for me. I went and played around with this a little bit more, and this was going to be part of the macro that I had emailed you about that kind of messed things up, but couldn't quite get things to work right. On another page, if you were to click this, then I actually wanted it to pull over here on a new tab, but for some reason it wasn't working. So this is just a straight link on, I believe it's, yeah, MapQuest right there. So it's supposed to pull this cell here but I'm gonna have to go play with that. Maybe I think on the original document or workbook that I made, it was working right, but that was something I haven't really done before, and I really kind of wanted to play around with that a little bit more. So, well, maybe it is working. Oh, cool, it's still working. It's just being a little bit slow. Rexburg internet here is terrible, so I apologize. Oh. Anyway, I'll play with that a little bit more and have some more fun with it. But yeah, kind of choppy a little bit, but I mean, this was a fun little project for me. I enjoyed doing all these different things and having a kind of something that was a little more applicable. It wasn't just a couple of projects for a class. Excuse me again. It was something that for a job was a little more, I don't know, I guess applicable. So I really did enjoy it. It's a fun little thing. I have had a lot of fun with Excel and putting things together, trying to figure stuff out. So again, I apologize. There were a couple of weird things here between jumping between a Mac and this. The formatting just is not cooperating. So I see what you mean there, and I'll have to keep working on that. Maybe I'll just have to go buy myself a PC or something. But thank you very much for watching. I hope this was not too long, but still kind of gave you a good idea of the things that I'm doing. So thank you for the class. I appreciate it. Have a good weekend.